Hey, good Tuesday morning, YouTube. Hugmeister's Garage and Workshop. Showing you our our latest scientific experiment we just did. Just made a nice cup of coffee from our F350 inverter. And we ran on some Anderson plugs. And I'll kind of show you what we did here. But I think I'm going to drink this coffee first. It's going to taste better because it's made by Ford. All right, little background on this. About a month or so ago, I put it on another video. We installed this 300 amp hour 12.8 volt dumb foom battery I had laying in the garage that I used out of the shed. And, excuse me, we also installed this 1600 watt Victron inverter. Basically, I consider all this dead space behind here, but now we got a standalone inverter system with its own charger that has a charger on the right hand side, a 30 amp charger that charges off the truck. And I decided to get into the Anderson connector business. I never messed with them, but what we basically did is we put a bushing through here, and I've got some number 6 cable, set a bus, subfused it with a breaker. Got a main breaker up there that feeds this bus bar, because that goes to our some of our lights, our charger, and our CB radio, so everything's protected. But I'll take you down underneath. Here's our air line for our air system back there. But I'll take you down below and show you how we ran it. All right, hopefully this comes out. But up in there is where it goes into the cab. And I ran one of my favorite Chaseways again, all the way up top. And that goes all the way to the back. And that's just 3/4 PEX. And that stuff makes excellent wire chase. Just if you got low spots, I'd put maybe a couple pinholes in it for condensation to drain, but you can put a fish tape right through this stuff and you can fish your wires, and you don't got to worry about the loom. So it's heavy wall stuff, so it's good for a wire chase. As long as it's not in the sunlight, it lasts forever. So I'll take you to the back and show you where we went up. All right, we made it back here. This is where our wire comes through. That's our other chase. And then this one goes right below that tail light chase. So where that cable emerged, I put some regular wrap on there. It's a little more flexible than this, but that's when we go up into our tail light opening. And we fish that right up through this factory hole, and we mounted our connector right on this factory hole. And I put a couple pieces of rubber and to give us a little gap for this cap. So when that's done, you just put the cap on it. But this way, that connector's inside. I almost left it underneath, but I go, you know what? It'd be nice to have that protected. And it's got the cap, and there's our inverter outlet right there. That's actually 1500 watt output, even though it's a 1600 VA inverter. But I just plugged this coffee maker in. She was drawing 1240 watts, so that works good. But what I like about these things is they give you options. Because if I've got this thing like out on a job and I want to run my saws and stuff and I don't have any power, I was thinking of getting a portable solar panel, like a fold out. This is just one I had up here for testing. And I had an extra controller. I just made quick connects on everything. You could just throw that in the truck, unfold your solar panel, and plug it in. And that'll backfeed to that standalone battery in there. So like if you get a 400 watter and just lay it on top of the tonneau cover, you're going to have power all day, because you know you're not going to be using that saw 24/7, but as long as that solar panel is in the sun, you're going to be charging as long as it's daylight. So that's one reason we put one of these in. The other reason is jumper cables. I just threw a cheap set that I had in the garage. I cut the ends off and put an Anderson connector on there. So I can just plug that in. You can back right up to somebody who needs a little jump. That's on an 80 amp breaker in there. So, you know, it's protected. And what else? Oh, yeah. I'm thinking of putting a small winch on my little trailer to like to recover lawnmowers or something that isn't running. So this would just plug into there, and I'll probably make an adapter from that to that winch like this, and then you don't got to carry another battery with you. So I like that. Little story, I was running that PEX and the end was hanging out. The red PEX was laying on the ground, and my dad showed up and he goes, "Jesus, what are you doing, running water to that truck now?" And I said, "No, but I like the way you think." But I think it's going to work out good. I mean, it gives you options. Like if your power goes out and you got to keep a fridge or a freezer running or something, you can just back your truck up and you'll have your solar going in that way, and you got your 120 volt coming out that way. So I like it. Have a good day, folks.